There is one stock that is about to skyrocket. The company is AutoZone, ticker symbol AZO. And at a time when money is flowing out of big tech, flowing out of speculative names like quantum, like rare earths, money's going into healthcare, money's going into pharmaceuticals, money is going into, to some extent, energy drinks, and aftermarket automotive part companies, retail locations. This company, AutoZone, 5% same store sales growth year over year, 6 billion net sales, and they opened up 140 new stores. So it's very clear that a lot of retail is having a really hard time, right? It's just going to get worse. Commercial office space is not really doing great either, unless it's in super high-end areas. What is working is people still need to eat at restaurants. Well, they don't need to, but they like to. People still need to go buy gas because they like to drive around. And they need to fix their cars too. So these automotive repair shops, AutoZone, are having a little moment right now. O'Reilly Auto Parts is also having a moment, which is another brand name you might be familiar with. So let's jump into the chart. Let's jump into what AutoZone has been doing in other markets like Brazil, which is a massive market. And let's see why AutoZone is looking good right now. This is not financial advice, but hope it helps.
This is Sam Putnam.
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 All right, so here's that net sales number. Here's that same store sales growth, which is awesome. And then 140 new stores. And that includes other countries like Mexico and Brazil. So those are massive markets. Here's the deal. This is what's interesting. This is kind of a recessionary proof stock. I mean, maybe we can sort of battle test that. If we look at a 5-year chart on AutoZone, here's 2020, right? Can we see that on a quarterly basis? It's good enough, right? This is the dip in 2020, which sure was a little dip, but immediately bought back up. And by 2021, big run. Here's a little bit of a dip in April of 2024. And then here's the tariff dip last year. But those dips kind of just got bought up. I mean, even over the last 5 years, you can barely see anything. This company has just gone up. And if we compare it to O'Reilly, also a massive move up. So these companies basically look identical on the chart right now. So this is O'Reilly. This is AutoZone. They trade the same. People who are buying AutoZone are buying O'Reilly. Someone might even be buying both of them in an automated fashion, some sort of fund or something like that. But we don't really need to worry about that in general. We just have to look at the liquidity and say, this is crazy. This is a $3,000 stock, but it's only $100,000, 100,000 shares a day. So this is like $400 million a day. Super liquid. And earnings is coming up, but not for about 3 weeks. So you don't need to worry about that right now. You got a nice level to risk off of. Pretty clear move up after a sell-off. And as the market's selling off, AutoZone is holding up. So that's the story of the chart. Story of 1,000 words or whatever. There are some challenges that they might face. Rising fixed costs, inventory levels, the whole tariff situation definitely could hurt them. Although, like we just saw from the chart, it doesn't really seem like it did much. I mean, there was some of a move down, but pretty much it was choppy. It was definitely choppy. We'll give it that. Not as bad as some other companies for sure. The other risk factor is electric vehicles might not need as much replacement parts that are more traditional, like the brakes, the filters, the belts. Obviously, you still need brakes for your electric vehicle, but I could see how a battery-powered vehicle just has less moving parts, I guess. So we'll see what they do. But right now, it seems like they're opening more stores. So rents also might be more appealing for some of these companies that are able to weather the storm of the death of consumer retail, commercial space, whatever. The stores that survive are, you look out in your mall and you see them. It's like Kohl's, maybe, Target, and then some little niche stores, one of them being like a mattress store, which works because you sell one big product and the salesman gets a commission, and you can have one person in a whole store. You don't have to have much overhead. And I don't know if that's the case. I haven't walked into an AutoZone recently, but I could definitely see how it's not like you're going to get your car fixed at AutoZone, right? If anything, your mechanic is saying, hey, you could go pick something up at AutoZone. So that's kind of the story and the angle. As far as why it's not falling right now, well, it's not part of that Mag 7 30% of the market that holds the market up. So it really has nothing to do with AI either, which is the worry about the AI bubble right now, that the market might be selling off because that bubble is finally starting to pop, or at least show signs of not growing as much, which of course for the market means a slowdown because the S&P is balanced, right? It's the best, fastest growing 500 companies in the world that are US listed. So with all that said, AutoZone seems sort of sheltered, and we'll see what happens. As they release earnings, we'll see what happens with O'Reilly, which seems to be trading almost identically. But yeah, this is definitely the two companies to look at, O'Reilly and AutoZone. They literally move the same. They both have big brand recognition, retail channels. You can walk into the store, and these other companies are fine. They just also do oil changes, brakes. We can take a look at the tickers just so you have the tickers. Tractor Supply, I'm sure you're familiar with Monroe, MNRO, and GPC, and Advanced Auto Parts. But Advanced Auto Parts is not doing so well, and Tractor Supply is really not that related. Monroe does oil changes, as we mentioned, and this one looks like does industrial parts as well. So the O'Reilly is really the best analog. So that's the idea, AutoZone. If you like these ideas, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you hit that subscribe, you'll get access to a free course on how to buy stocks before they go up. I post that in the YouTube post section once a month. And if you want to take advantage of that $19 Black Friday deal, head over to stockscommunity.com. Give it a shot.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.